Well, this weekend, the Detroit Land Bank is marking a huge milestone. 11 years ago, they launched a program allowing Detroit homeowners to buy vacant lots next to their home for just $100. As of this month, they have sold more than 30,000 lots, like this one on Burgess near I-96 and West Outer Drive. You can see it was a dumping ground. It started to look more like a scrap yard with burned out buildings. But look at it now. The park's owner bought it through the land bank and then transformed into the Etheldra May Williams Park to honor his late mother. Well, joining us now is Tammy Daniels, the CEO of the Detroit Land Bank. Tammy, thank you so much for joining us. First of all, 30,000 lots is a big deal, but it sounds like you've got a lot more.
So yes, thank you for having me. And you're right, we have made a significant impact, but we do have more than 63,000 parcels, and of that, 60,000 of them are vacant lots. So yes, we still have work to do in order to return all these properties to productive use and, hopefully to the hands of Detroiters who will do wonderful things with them, as we have seen what Mr. Williams has done with the lots that he purchased.
And you mentioned they're doing wonderful things. I love driving up and down some of the streets of Detroit, and you can tell when somebody purchased that lot and made it their own, because there's some really cool things happening. The program started in a way to give Detroiters just some, what's the word I want to use here? Some freedom to be able to rehab and take ownership of their community. I think that's what we've seen so far.
Absolutely. We started this program back in 2014 with a simple premise that we wanted to return property to the hands of Detroiters to benefit those residents who stayed and weathered the storm. And so this was an opportunity for them to own a bigger piece of the city. And we've just seen such wonderful things that have been, how they've transformed these once blighted, neglected pieces of property into community parks, gardens, outdoor classrooms. They've just done wonderful things with them. And the celebration tomorrow on Saturday, 14th, is just a way for us to thank residents for all of the wonderful investment and creativity and energy and sweat equity that they have put into, rebuilding the city lot by lot, house by house.
Well, what's great too, and I'm sure it was part of the attended side effect here, is that what's happening is we're seeing some of these blighted neighborhoods, as you mentioned, come back to life, and the city doesn't have to spend a dime on it. You're getting this side effect, and people are doing their own thing, and then the entire communities kind of are raised up.
Absolutely. It's contagious. So when people, buy these side lots and they invest in them and make them beautiful, other neighbors see what can be done, and it spreads across the city. We've seen more than 5,000 blocks positively impacted by the work that we're doing, either through the side lot sales or through structure sales, where people have rehabbed a home and made that once blighted, dilapidated home into a beautiful home for their family. Mm-hmm. So yes, we see the spread of this positive energy and the positive impacts of these programs is happening across the city, not only with the visual impact, but with the property values that are, skyrocketing.
Right. And I'm sure that was probably, when big project like this happened, we know what the first intent is, but to have people spending their own money to rehab things, to take blight off the streets, to see property values rise, was that all part of your plan, or are these things that you're just realizing happen because of the program?
So no, absolutely. So if you at the height of our inventory, we had more than 115,000 pieces of property in our inventory. We own, somewhere around 20 to 25% of the land in the city. And owning that large volume of inventory, there's no financial model that will allow you to properly maintain that land. And so we knew that the quickest and most effective way to eliminate blight and return property to productive use is to get it in the hands of private citizens who will care for it. And 30,000 lots later and 12,000 property rehabs later, we have seen that come to fruition. We see the investment that people are making in these properties and returning them to bright, vibrant places, community spaces where people want to come. And so it's just wonderful. Yes, this is all a part of an effort to revitalize the city block by block, neighborhood by neighborhood.
And what's interesting too is that, there's this really great conversation about the revitalization of Detroit, but a lot of it tends to focus on downtown Detroit, and a lot of the, especially big corporate money, tends to go to downtown Detroit. Now we're finally seeing some really great growth out in the communities too, because the conversation usually always lends towards, well, what about the communities? What about the east side? What about the west side?
So our work has always been in the neighborhoods, as our statistics show. For the last since 2014, that our work has been in the neighborhoods. Our inventory is primarily residential inventory. So we have sold 30,000 lots, sold over 20,000 properties. All of that is happening in the neighborhood. We'd love for it to happen quicker, but because in a lot of cases, for instance, with the structures, they're in such neglected condition, it takes a little longer for those properties to come back online and be the vibrant, beautiful assets in the neighborhood that that we want them to be. We see that happening. A couple of months ago, we again celebrated the 12,000th property rehab, where someone had bought a house from the land bank and they had rehabbed it and their families are living in it. And so we see it happening time and again. It's absolutely something that is doable, it's repeatable. And for those individuals out there who are listening, who haven't taken the opportunity, if there's a vacant lot near your house that you're interested in, or there's a vacant house that you think you might want to buy, I encourage everyone to go on our website and place an inquiry or place an application.
And it is a fairly simple process too, isn't it? If there's a vacant plot or a house, really just reaching out to you kind of gets the ball rolling, and it moves pretty quick.
So it does. In most cases, there are, sometimes it does take longer than others, but all of our available inventory is on our website. And so, for instance, with the lots that are $100 or $250, we have over 27,000 lots that either are between $100 or $250 that are currently available on our website. And those lots are for residents, to Detroiters. So that $200, $250 or $100 price tag, that is for Detroiters, for people and individuals and organizations that are working in the city trying to benefit residents. So yes, our website is a great place to go and start and make a purchase.
All right. Before I let you go, Tammy, one more question. Tell me all about the party coming up.
So tomorrow we are at the Etheldra May Williams Park at 14300 Burgess in the D1. It is a celebration of our 30,000 lot sale. It is free. It is open to the public. We will have music, we'll have food, we'll have refreshments. It's just a celebration. So we invite people to come out. There will be opportunities to talk with other individuals who have purchased lots and talk about what you can do and what they've done. So it's just a celebration. So we invite people to come out and celebrate with us. We want to thank Detroiters for all the great work that they've been doing and partnering with us to bring back neighborhoods.
And I love the name, the Lot Party. All right, Tammy, congratulations on all you've done, and congratulations on further success.
Thank you so much.
All right, take care of yourself.